Hi everybody and welcome to tonight's Power Health Hour. My name is Emma Shilliday, and I'm Michael's partner. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hand you over to the man himself. So sit back and relax and enjoy.
Thank you very much, Emma. Guys, I'm sitting here in my office, aka the kitchen. It's one of my favourite places in the house. Just when I work from home here and help and motivate people around the world in the evening times, the sun sets. I just sat in my big kitchen window, and it's a really cool place to be. And that's where me and Emma are sitting here now. Guys, this is just a new thing that we're starting out to motivate everyday people. And Emma's just a wee bit nervous and stuff. That's why it was a bit of a quick intro. But well done, Emma. Just want to say well done. And listen, guys, just straight up, I'm just gonna straight up the top of this call here. I'm just gonna tell you, we are really gonna motivate you and show you better ways than you can imagine. And the way that we want to do that there is online and on Hangouts and webinars just like this here. I'm sorry guys, I'm just having problems here with the slides. There we go. So there's me and Emma. It's just a visual there. Unfortunately, we've chopped Emma's head out. That was just for a mistake there. We are known as the Energy Couple. That's the new thing this year. When we go through the presentation, that will all make sense. Me and Emma's been together now for about 12 years. Yeah. Emma, 12 years. And we are a couple with a big vision and big dreams. And basically that there's to show people that we have found better ways with their health, with their weight loss, and down the line, guys, down the line with your wealth. And it all makes sense again, guys, as the presentation just keeps the time ticker here. So guys, listen, I'm going to go straight into it. That's me here, Michael Robinson, and a wee bit about me. I got introduced to the super supplement about 3.5 years ago. And it blew my mind. And I says, I know I can motivate people to hit their goals and do remarkable things here. And at this stage here, it was not online. Do you remember years ago, guys, when you were going for your driving test? And you were going for your test, you maybe just came out from professional learners and you put everything in it. Every day you woke up, you got up and you got into it and you focused and you passed your test. Can you remember that feeling way back then? Well, that's the feeling, guys, I'm hopefully going to give you tonight here and over the coming days and over the coming months even, is to give you that feeling of just going for it, standing up, and you guys are saying, right, you know, I can do this here, you know, and that's what it's all about. And yes, guys, you're probably looking at this photo saying, what is this all about? Mental Health Business Builder, the Energy Man. It's just, guys, when you're a people motivator, you really do need to really speak your word and speak your vision. And I can honestly, from my heart, say we're going to blow your mind here tonight. Yes, guys, I'm a family man. I'm a family man. This is my big son, Mick here. I have 2 sons, Mick and Jordan. And this is my grandson. Believe it or not, yeah, you'd think that big lad there was my brother. That is my little grandson, Leo. And Leo is 8 months now,
8 months. Yeah.
8 months, you know, and we're very proud grandparents. So every day we get up and we go to work and we motivate people. It means everything to us, guys. Like these guys here are one of my big whys. And when you're going for any goals here, your why is very, very, very important, you know, and it's so important. I've been into the weight loss and the health industry for the best part of 25 years, guys. And once I saw what we're going to talk about tonight, it blew my mind. I also owned an entertainment company, and that got took away, guys, from the big bad credit crunch. And it is, you know, the credit crunch just sort of destroyed a lot of us out there. So I'll tell you better still, see at that stage there when that happened to me, it did put a black cloud over me. And then about 3.5 years ago, I'll never forget it, I was lying on the 10, I got a phone call to go and look at an opportunity. And I went and looked at it, and it was the super supplement, and I thought it was quite remarkable. I'll never ever forget it. So I was looking for something, guys. I lost that, and this is partly one of the main reasons why we're here tonight, you know, and it really is, it is remarkable just when you see what we can actually do here. This is Joe. Joe is from Donegal. Joe was actually the first person I actually worked with and around, it was a few years back, online, and everything that we did here with Joe was online. In this picture here, guys, Joe's 20 stone, and Joe's 20 stone there, and this picture here on the right, Joe is 16 stone. We took 4 stone off Joe, and what do you hear, guys, in a whopping 9 weeks. And on day 10, folks, Joe had a start of 11 pounds. But you can see there, you can see the roads of fat there on Joe's back, and you can see it's clearly gone. You know, and one of the things that we did there with Joe to do that was the kettlebell swingouts. And we'll talk a wee bit more on that there when this presentation goes on. But that's just to get you excited here of what we're going to talk about very, very soon. And if I can just get the next slide to go. This is just, we just do everything here just as we'll go along here, folks. And let's see this computer, and we'll talk a wee bit more about Joe. So we do on into the presentation. So there it is, guys. Listen, before we start here, folks, about 8 years ago, I did, it was a 9-day cleanse. And it's a big reason why we're here tonight. I was in a house in Ballywalter, and this is Amanda and Ramon. And down in the presentation here, guys, I'll go in and we'll talk quite quickly on some of the strategies that we did in there. And one of the strategies we did in there was the mighty energy shift, and obviously we did the 9-day cleanse. So, guys, that's Amanda. We'll talk about them very, very, very soon. So, guys, listen, I'm going to start the presentation. This is your time. Am I here to sell you something? Well, at the end of this here, I'm going to ask you to purchase something, but wait and see. Make your own mind up at the end of this here presentation, guys. I'm going to go straight in it. When I got introduced to the super supplement, I suffered from depression. Yep. When I got my business took off me after the 16 years, I had a few family things happen there, guys, and it put me in depression. And when I went and got when I went to the meeting and seen the opportunity there, I I said to myself, right, fantastic. I wasn't expecting to do what it did. I will tell you straight at the front end of this call, it took my depression away after about 3.5 weeks. So that for 3.5 weeks, guys, and I'll talk a wee bit about that there on down. So it is, guys, this is your time. Turn the phones off. If the kids are there, put the Wizard of Oz on. Get the Wizard of Oz on and put them on there. That's one of the best films out. The hubby's lying there snoring. Give him a good kick, a boot. Get him up the stairs. This is your time, guys. Quite quickly, you can go and grab a glass of wine, a beverage of some sort, some water, because we're going to get in, we're going to see and show how you guys can transform your lives for real. It's not a quick fix here, guys. We are going to show you something here that a lot of people's on the same wavelength, and we really are going to turn things upside down for you when it comes to your health, weight loss, energy, all them sort of cool things. You know, this is me and my partner here, guys, over the past 3.5 years. And my whole life, guys, you know, there's lots of problems out there. And once I found what we're going to chat about here, I just knew right away that we have found a better way. Not only with the health and the weight loss and the energy, it's just to motivate everybody here to do what it takes to hit them goals for the longer hurdle, let's say. That's Emma there. Me and Emma did a video last year, and it was just up in Spelgodan there. Do you know, just at Newcastle? It's just at the top of north of Ireland there, and it's a cool wee place. But this is Spelgodan. It's one of the places where a car actually rolls up a hill. And we went there because we knew that we could do a cool wee video and inspire a lot of people on one of our health business pages, let's say Transforming You, to actually take that step and see that there is better ways. So we got Emma to do like an optical illusion and push the car up the hill with one arm, just to let people know, look, we have something special here, look, have a look at this. And that was me hanging off the tank too. You know, a lot of problems out there, guys, is people that have no energy. The obesity's out there, there's a lot of junk. Junk food's gorgeous and stuff, and you know, it's just that it's not really good. You know, it makes you lay in bed in the mornings and stuff. A lot of people don't realize just the importance of actually eating your breakfast in the morning. And we'll go into that a wee bit here just on down when we'll talk about some of the things that we have found to help you do this here. And it was very important to me and Emma over the years that we brought these guys the best things to do anything when it comes to health, weight loss. And again, guys, your wealth, and that's down the line. On this presentation, it is all about transforming you and showing you better ways, you know. So listen, what would it feel like there, guys? Let's say 3 months down the line you took 4 stone off, just like Big Joe there. You know, there's no problem. We know for a fact that they can do this here, folks. You can do it without a doubt. You know, in the presentation you will see you'll see people there actually just hit their goals quite easily, you know. And the reason why these guys really haven't seen a way to solve any of the energy problems, weight loss problems, is because the stuff that I'm going to show you here at the end of this here, you can't buy in the shop or anything like that. No, guys, you cannot. It is an online super health thing, let's say, and we're going to show you it here very soon. So we are, but it is now, you know, there's a lot of people there that do they stop eating all the junk, they lose the food and that there, and it's great, and they lose a couple of stone, and then all of a sudden all the weight gets bunged back on, guys, and we call that there actually crashing. And if you crash and you don't understand the simple wee thing that you have to do is basically keep your mineral and vitamins at a high. And when they're at a high, guys, just like hanging on the tank there, it puts up, it fights off any fat or anything coming to us there, and it keeps the weight loss and the health continuing on. And just when we're talking about that, guys, and we're talking about kicking off any bad stuff, I want to talk a wee bit about nutrition. And Emma's just one about the house here, guys. We're just keeping it real. 2 of the superfoods that I would just push people on to eat would be the sweet potato and the white rice. Okay, and the reason why this is, guys, just to keep it very simple, is them 2 super carbs, let's say, or superfoods, and they tell your fat cells that they are full. So basically, when you eat them, let's say with your vegetables or your chicken and your fish, you know, you really are going to get max results there with the super supplement that we're going to chat about here very soon. You know, and it is as good as I'm saying. And some of the things there that my cleanse can do, or every who sent you here tonight, cleanse, 9-day cleanse can do, and that's only the start, guys. Everybody's different there, you know. We'll get a wee chat there. It will give you energy, it will give you the weight loss, it gives you the glowy skin. It really does blow your mind. All your inner body organs, guys, get rebooted. It really is a total mind-boggling thing here. And there it is, the first steps, guys, that you need to take. Now, this is the box that it comes in there. We're going to have a wee look inside the box in a minute. But before we look in the box, guys, this is your first steps to energy. And we are not talking about, like, you know, what does it feel like. We're talking about an overwhelm, just next week feeling of energy. And the weight loss, I did it with over 60 people over the last couple of years, 60 people plus, and I just know I'm learning other different things, and every single one of them, bar 4 or 5 people, got over a half a stone. So the weight loss and the mindset is essential, and that is one of the new things that we talk about here later on here. Very shortly here we'll talk about, because this is not a long presentation, guys. It's just showing you folks that we really have found better ways. And you can hear the Pokemon outside and stuff, because we are sitting at home and we do it all from home. But the mindset energy shift is essential. You know, it really does help you be your best. And the whole idea of the mindset, guys, is to get a bit of negativity out. If you folk to get the positivity in there, you know. And Emma has started herself with the mindset. And what do you think about it? Just getting a wee bit of negativity out. It's like a rotten apple, guys, and we show you it's on the kettlebell. What do you think?
It actually feels good 'cause you do feel like you've like a weight's been lifted off your shoulders,
There
and
is.
the more you do it, the better it actually feels. It gives you that nice inner relief. You do feel it straight away. I did the very first time I did it.
And you done the right and burn?
Yeah, I did the right and burn. I actually did quite a lot of the right and burn at the start, and then throughout the last few days and stuff, it feels a lot easier doing it. At the start, you do kind of feel slightly weird by doing it because you're writing down something that's annoyed you, whereas we all do.
That's definitely the handier way.
I think that's the handier way for
It
me.
is, guys. It's the handier way, guys. You know, the right and burn, like, not, there's people that can do these programs and stuff that's got bad knees, and there's like Big Boozy in Belfast. They're one of the first ladies I helped. That lady could not walk. And a year and a half couldn't walk. You know, bad knees and stuff, but she still like, got up there, and she lost what was it, two stone there, and now she's up to 3. But Boozy couldn't walk. You know, so it really is. The shift is very, very important. So again, guys, we're just going to go in now, but do not take me and Anna's word for it. We're going to go through a couple of results. That's myself here, guys, and you're going back here now 3 years. The top picture on the top left is when I just sort of had no shape at all, and that was a way back when I was saying about the family things happening. It was a house fire, and I was up in the hospital quite a lot. Everything had stopped, and basically I was feeding myself up there, and it was like a curry chip.
Yeah.
Like a curry chip, but it's all good now, guys. Right now, things couldn't be going any better. And then on day 10, you see me standing there with the mighty C9 9-day cleanse, and you can see the abs and stuff starting to come out. Now I lost 5 pounds, you know, but down below now, there's a few people on here. There's Jim, and there is Alicia, who's looking to build a bit of muscle. So on day 10, what I did is I took the gel and I took a supplement called RG Plus. And the RG Plus, there you can see it right at the gel and the RG Plus. The RG Plus is fantastic for sports endurance and also muscle building. And you do hear us, the leaders and stuff, the likes of Michelle and Stephen and that there, we talk about the K2 and the RG Plus, and we're going on to the heart. Because the RG Plus is like a different supplement. I'm just going to give you a wee quick briefing on that there, because it is a cool wee thing when we're talking about muscle building from day 10 there. And basically what the RG does is put L-arginine into your blood and builds your heart and makes it very, very strong. So do you ever hear anybody's hearts, people arteries clacking up? It actually clacks up with
Calcium.
Calcium. Brilliant, Emma. Clacks up with calcium, and I was down in Derry at a business meeting there about 5 weeks ago, and I was talking to a lovely gentleman, I call him Professor Jerry, and Jerry was telling me about the K2 in our RG Plus is one of the best supplements known to humanity. And the K2, what it does, it goes straight into the heart artery, gets that
Calcium
out and shoots it straight into the bone. You know, to me alone, that information that I just gave there is just mind-blowing, you know, and that's the RG Plus. And it also does all them other groovy things. But again, it is there's a lady there 2 years ago done 53 marathons in 53 days, and she used that supplement RG Plus, and you know, it's quite remarkable. Muscle building there, and muscle building, it is just mind-boggling, and for the heart and blood, it's just second to none. So thank you, Professor Jerry, for that bit of information. Right now, here's a fantastic lady here. This is Teresa. Teresa's from Belfast. Teresa is the Belfast gang, I call these. Teresa has been doing a bit of work with myself now for the past 2 years. On the photograph on the left, Teresa went to London, and her health and weight just deteriorated. She got bad health and that over in London. She had good fun and good time, Teresa was saying. But anyway, Teresa and Val came back from London and got to work on their health. Val's Teresa's husband. Teresa got to work on her health, and Teresa also did the mindset. You know, the mindset is essential, guys. We need to get the negativity out and put the positivity in there. But Teresa looks absolutely fantastic. She should have been on here tonight, guys, but something popped up, and that's what we do. We're a big team, we're a big group here, and we'll look out for each other. And if you become, or when you become a part of our group, we'll love out after you too. So Teresa, sweetheart, you're looking fabulous. And next up is Louise. Now Louise did carry a lot of weight and stuff around the middle and stuff, and you know, Louise is a lovely lady, and she is from Louise at Dublin. And when I was speaking to Louise last, Louise says, Michael, the energy is superb. And we will talk about that when we see what's in the box. So the energy was just superb for Louise. And it says it made her feel like, you know, she was 20 again. And then Joe. Now, what's so mad about Joe, guys, Joe's 6'3". And I'm not joking you here, folks. Joe, like, you know, every single thing. Now, Joe did the race. At this stage here, now this is 3 years ago, the sweet potato, we didn't know as much as we know now about the sweet potato. So Joe wasn't even doing the sweet potato back then, it was more the race thing, you know, but it was the kettlebell swing out and really nailed it for Joe. And we did it 3 days a week. And now we do the kettlebell energy shifter. So we'll not only get the inner core strengthened, we'll also get a wee bit of activity there at the start of that free class. So Joe, there you go. Joe, listen guys, I want to tell you a wee funny story about Joe now, just so I want to change your mindset slowly but surely about the food, what you should be doing in the kitchen. This kettlebell and stuff in the gym and that there, guys, is only 10% of it. 90% is in the kitchen. And when we're having a wee chat now with Joe saying where he was going wrong when he was sitting at 20 stone. And Joe says, Joe, what would be, you know, your fatty, what's your good fats? And we're talking about just, you know, like fish here and nuts and stuff. Joe thought, you know, I give him a wee bit of stick about it. No, Joe actually thought that bacon was the good fat, you know, and I did. So right away I told Joe, no, Joe, that is not the way to be. And he just slowly changed it, and he did. He nailed it. He really did nail it, guys. So do not think that bacon fat and stuff is good for you and stuff like that. Joe did. It's just, if you don't know these things, you know, you just don't know, and that's that. And we're just going to finish it off with Bernie. I worked with Bernie there. Bernie was just back from Hawaii on the pitch on the left, you know, and Bernie just in the kitchen smashed it, the whole mindset. And on the pitch on the right there, me and Bernie I keep her going, say, Bernie, did you get it? The boot job? You know, see if she was sitting here now, she'd just be like, but anyway, no, Bernie done fantastic, and Bernie's just going up to the 3 stone mark. And again, now, you know, before I got talking to Bernie and Bernie doing the wee tweaks and that there, you know, she found it a wee bit hard just to keep the weight off. But Bernie didn't even realise about the minerals and vitamins too and stuff, and about the importance of eating your breakfast. I'm going to tell you a wee quick story here, guys. I remember there about 2 years ago, you told me make a health business builder, you know, and I help people also build and transform online when it comes to their business and financial. And I was sitting in the hospital 2 years ago because I was working too hard and too long. I ended up in the hospital and I was sitting there, and the emergency was it's
A&E.
and I heard this voice just saying to me, well, Mickey, I turned around, it was a big chap, I don't know. And he turned around and he says, Mickey, your videos and all are brilliant, you're transforming, you're inspiring people, fabulous. Tell me this, how can I lose weight? And I couldn't believe he said that. And he was sitting there with the wife, all the kids. He says, yeah, what's it about? He says, I could do, you know, but listen, he just didn't know. You know, sometimes you can miss the message. And he says, right. And he says, what'd you have for your breakfast? And I just looked. And his wife just looked at him, she just smiled. Because she knew, and then I knew that he didn't have anything for his breakfast. And he didn't. He's the type of guy that woke up and had a cup of coffee and a cigarette, and we've all been there, you know. So anyway, Big T will call him. I seen him. It must have been about 6 months ago. I seen him. No, about 5 months ago, to be honest. About 5 months ago, and he says, Mick, I've done that. And do you know how much weight he lost just by eating his breakfast in about 9 or 10 weeks? He lost 2 stone. And that wasn't even with what's in that box. He lost 2 stone, you know. And now he's coming back to me because, you know, he does. You need to get the wee bit of the knowledge now. But he'll be on here one of the Thursday nights. So there you go. Get the breakfast in, guys. And here we go. This is what's in the box. This is the 9-day cleanse, guys. When I was in that big house in Ballywalter about 8 years ago, we done that 9-day. We'll talk about that in a wee second. Hand on heart, it wouldn't have been as good as this here. when I did this here now, I lost the £5, but I do stress that 90% of my clients and customers lost well over a half a stone, the majority the £10. But what's so special here of what we've got, guys, if we're going to plug you into a big group that's on the same wavelength and we're going to motivate each other to succeed and hit the goals. I've got my goals when it comes to health and muscle building and weight loss, and you've got yours, and we're going to do it together, guys, okay? You know, when you do this here, C9 folks, we're going to go quite quickly through it. The pack there, the Ultra Pack, that there is your meal replacement drink. Okay, there's a wee booklet there, I'm not going to get too much involved. That's your meal replacement drink, and that is hand protein, and there's the minerals and vitamins in there that you need. Okay, now the wee yellow bottle, this is it. That is our magic wand. And that wee yellow bottle there, guys, there's a guy called Rax Mon, and his vision 37 years ago, guys, was in that yellow bottle, and he knew back then that he could help transform the world today with the mighty aloe vera drinking gel. You know, it baffles me, guys. You know, you see personal trainers on Facebook and out and about. There's no magic pill. There's no magic pill. You know, we all know you need the food and all that there, but here, guys, I am telling you now, it's not a magic pill. It's a magic liquid, and they call it aloe vera drinking gel. And guys, hand on heart, as I sit here as Michael, the energy man, I am telling you, 25 years in the supplement, health, weight loss, aloe vera drinking gel, as well as that, RG Plus, is the supreme to transform you, guys. That is the ultimate. You know, that supplement has brought tears to my eyes, guys. When I had the depression, 3.5 weeks taking that supplement, an egg cup of that, not only did it give me the glowy skin, the energy, 3.5 weeks my body organs started working 100% from the inside out. I jumped out of bed, I'm not telling you. I says, I don't want to take the present tablets. Says Michael, I went off, guys, and that was like 3.5 years ago. I was down to that supplement. In the box at the back, that okay, guys, sorry about that, I had to just let you know how powerful it is. In the box in the back, this is where it's a natural like fruit, you call it Garcinia, but it's like in a form of a tablet, and it's put in a packet, okay? And there's the days and stuff. It put you in mind of the days, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
Oh, yeah, like obviously people won't have those for they take their own medications.
Yeah, but there you go. So it's really, 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 really handy. And the Garcinia is it's a plant from the jungle, guys. And we have here we story on it. There was a tribe there, and they were always lean. They cut a very lean tribe, basically, and they sent the scientists in to find out why these people couldn't put the weight on and stuff. And they found that part of their diet was a fruit called Garcinia. You know, you hear some guy over in Australia, not going to say his name. no, Emma. You know, we've got the finest. So anyway, the Garcinia is there too, and what the Garcinia does, guys, is long story short, is tells your fat cells that they're full. The exact same as the sweet potato and the same as the rice. So you've got the Garcinia, you take that 20 minutes before your meal. When you're doing this 9-day program, guys, it's a 600 calorie meal. But as you have give your leader every sent you here their email, we keep in touch on a daily basis and send you cool web blogs with information what to do, you know, about the sweet potato and stuff. We just say sweet potato, rice, vegetables, chicken or fish. You just swap it about, keep it like that. You do not need to get the pen and paper out and get the 600 thing and all. And there is the wee booklet in there, but let's keep it simple. Let's keep it to the power that's working, because on day 10, this is the food that you're going to continue on eating. Then we've got the fiber gel in there, and that just goes into water. And we've also got the Therm. The Therm heats your body up from the inside out, guys, and again, it gives you a wee bit more weight loss. You know, it really is going to blow your mind, but again, on day 10, this is just the start. So folks, how much does this here cost? How much would this 9-day cleanse cost you? You know, it is superb, but before going to the cost here, in the big house in Ballywalter, folks, there was a price on that, and we were lucky enough to get the funding, from the BBC. I was lucky enough to get picked, and You know, back then, folks, with my entertainment company at the time, I was lucky enough to work for a talent agency, but the entertainment company at the time is I was very passionate about that, and I couldn't see a future back then where I am sitting here tonight, you know, in our house and stuff, in our casino. It's really cool. So it was, Amanda was saying one of the nights, you know, guys, in 10 years from now, these are going to change. And she says, to do this here, what you have just done, rich people over in England will pay anywhere between 5,000 and 10,000 pounds. 10 grand in that house. You know, not only did you need 10 grand, you needed a couple of nutrition experts, you needed a chef, yep, and the kitchen. Is right, Emma. You know, a couple of other things. There was a life coach and stuff. And the life coach and that done the energy shift and all this here. And it was superb. And I came out of there, guys, not knowing that I was going to be sitting here tonight, motivating and transforming people around the world with their health, weight loss, and down the line, folks, with your wealth. You know, because your transformation can motivate other people out there, and your goals and dreams can grow, and they will grow. You know, so you really, really are in the right place for your transformation. 2016 is definitely the place to be. You know, there's no doubt about it. So there you go, £10,000. How much is ours? Right, before I tell you the price, guys, you have, not as ever I've ever got it back, you've got a full 60-day back money guarantee. It's never happened, but as I say in there, it is really, really good to know this here. Just if there's another thing, but you know, and also if you buy tonight, and how you buy, guys, again, you've got that email, how you got here, every cent you here will send you a wee email just thanking you for jumping on here, and it'll be a wee link going straight to their shop. But that's only the start. The next day, you'll get a date to start your program. It will be the 9 days, the 69 days, or you can just be with us for weeks, months, or life. But you will get motivation, inspiration on there, and what to do next on day 10, etc. And it's just put in the nicest possible way. But if you buy tonight, guys, if you buy tonight, you know we do the energy kettlebell swing outs. We do this here, folks, and we'll do it every single morning. Every Monday morning, Thursday morning at 10 a.m. and Thursday mornings at 10 a.m. So guys, listen, that's it there. But the reason why I've got this up, no superpowers needed. I hope in this presentation you see that everyday people can get the transformations that you're looking for and you deserve. You know, and after this here, you just go wherever you sent you. They'll send you an email, and you will and you are going to be part of something superb. So here it is, guys. Here is the swing out. This is our freebie tonight. And it is every Monday morning 10 a.m. The link that you're on here now will just get you on there. You just jump on there and I'll be there on screen. We'll have a wee bit of bother tonight with the webcam, or what have been on the screen tonight, as well as the slides, but it's always good for a bit of visual there. And again, it's the energy kettlebell shift, and what we do there at the start, we tell you exactly what to do at the start, and then we shift the energy, and then we have a bit of fun with the kettlebell and the workout for everyday people. Now, Boozy, who couldn't walk in Belfast in a year and a half, ended up doing these. You know, anybody can do these here. You know, this is for everybody. It's to motivate and do X, Y, and Z and hit us to that goals. You know, when you, like, we're not just going to hand you a box and go, there you go, very there, best of luck to you. Hey, you know, you are plugged into a bigger goal, and I'm gonna see you succeed. So guys, I'm just gonna stop the presentation here, and folks, the price for our 9-day cleanse is only, it's not £1,000, and remember the 10,000, it is not 500. And you guess what it is? It's £110. And plus, guys, if you go and buy it tonight or in the next 24 hours, you'll get that free link for the morning times swing outs. And I was talking to one of the leaders, Michelle, tonight, and Michelle and the gang is going to start doing the energy shift dance. And it's just dance just to motivate you and inspire you to hit the end goals too. So I'm going to talk to Michelle and Stephen more on that and keep you posted on that next week. Guys, the same link can get you on next week. There will be different stories, different people, different motivation. Guys, keep it going. Keep the energy going. And folks, from me and Anna, from the power couple. Well, folks, we'll see you all in the next hangout.